Shock suspense stories. An entertaining comic, number 2, December 1952. 10 cents! Jolting tales of tension in the EC tradition. Here's an electrifying story with solid impact in its startling conclusion. The Patriots! A shock suspense story. An air of expectancy blanketed the murmuring crowd that already had begun to line the sidewalks. A faint breeze stirred overhead, rippling the bunting that hung from wires hung taut across the town's main street.
Listen, hear that?
The drums?
They're coming!
Laughing children scampered down the spotless street shouting and yelling.
They're coming! They're coming!
The parade is starting!
Hooray!
From far off, the faint boom-boom of a bass drum drifted through the warm spring air. All eyes were turned, facing the direction of the sound, waiting, straining to see.
Biggest turnout the town's ever seen, eh, Earl?
Yeah, Charlie, but those guys deserve it. Korea was no picnic.
A trim young woman turned to her husband who stood at the curb edge beside her.
I'll be back as soon as the parade is over, dear.
Why don't you stay, honey?
The shops are empty. Everybody will be watching. It's a good opportunity to do some shopping.
All right, honey. I'll wait right here till you get back. The young woman left her husband standing at the curb and elbowed her way through the crowd.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me, please.
What's the matter, lady? Don't you like parades?
A roar went up from the crowd. Way up the town's main street, sunlight glinted off something shiny. Brassy music echoed over the throng, resounding off the buildings.
Here comes the band.
Look, Herbie, there's a drum major up in front.
Look at him twirled up at time.
The steady boom of the bass drum was growing louder now. The man on the curb whose wife had left him to go shopping scowled.
Listen to them trumpets, Earl.
Ah, boy, I love band music.
Hey! Get a load of that sourpuss.
The drum major passed in front of the scowling gentleman, his chromium baton spinning. Behind him, the blaring band followed, their dressed leggings moving in unison.
If you don't like parades, where'd he come from?
Hey, she'll hear you.
Hey, look! A general.
The general, bedecked in ribbons, marched in the center of the street, well in back of the band. Directly behind him, a column of infantrymen in Class A uniforms followed. The man on the curb scowl turned to a smirk.
Look, they're carrying guns.
Hey, with bayonets. Boy, I'd hate to get one of them in my guts.
Hey! Take a look at that character now. Why,
Hey, take it easy, Charlie.
Look how they keep in step. Don't it look nice?
Next came another column of soldiers. These carried no guns.
Them's the guys what got the Purple Hearts.
Hey, all them guys were wounded?
That's right.
The smirk of the man on the curb turned to a sneer.
What happens to these guys now?
Man, they're all getting furloughed.
Charlie! He's sneering now.
Look at his nose. He must be a foreigner.
Yeah, and his skin's kind of dark, too. And his hair!
Up the street, hats were coming off. Bare heads were caressed by the gentle spring breezes. The color guard approached.
Hey, if he don't like it here, why in blazes don't he go back where he came from?
Cut it! Here comes the flag.
The flag rippled. Its crimson and white stripes rolled over and over. The blue field and white stars sparkled in the sunlight. All heads were bare as it passed. All heads but one.
Hey! Look! Why the dirty...
The sneering man on the curb stared at the red, white, and blue, but he made no move to take off his hat. He just stood there, sneering as the flag went by. Suddenly, a pair of cymbals crashed, and another band behind the color guard exploded into a brassy, blaring march tempo.
What do you say, Charlie? I said he must be one of them lousy Reds.
The bass drum boomed, timing the parader's strides, drowning out the angry cat call.
Commie, yeah! That's it, he's a commie.
Yeah, we ought to run him out of town.
Herbie, where are you going? I'm gonna get him.
The one called Herbie pushed his way to the smirking man on the curb. He grabbed the man's shoulder and spun him around.
Beat it, buddy!
I beg your pardon? Herbie's fist shot out like a piston.
Free country, huh? You dirty Red.
The man went down, blood trickling from his scowling mouth. What's wrong with you? You crazy?
Commie!
You red!
Somebody pull the blackjack.
Let me at him. I'll teach him.
Go ahead. The filthy communist is all yours.
The bass drum down the street beat out at a steady tempo as the blackjack rose and fell. The crowd moved in, shouting profanities, kicking and hammering with clenched fists.
Traitor!
Subversive.
Red rat!
The last column of soldiers marched by, watching out of the corners of their eyes.
Looks like a brawl.
You drunken bums.
If they want to fight so much, somebody ought to ship them over where we came from.
As the tramp of the infantrymen faded down the street and the music died away, the screams of the crowd died too, as they stood about the prostrate form.
Gasp. Gasp. There. That'll teach him a lesson in Americanism he'll never forget.
Hey. He's out cold. Maybe Maybe he's dead.
The sound of music was gone now. The bunting hung limp and still. The breeze had died. Suddenly, the clatter of a woman's heels echoed through the thick silence.
Freddie? Freddie? Are you in there?
Hey, it's his broad.
This guy is dead. We killed him.
It serves him right, the dirty.
Freddie? Fred? Oh, Freddie!
A scream knifed into the gathering twilight.
Oh!
A young woman fell across the dead man's chest, sobbing hysterically.
Don't waste your tears, lady. He wasn't worth it.
Yeah, he was a commie screw.
The young woman turned her tear-stained face upward, staring at the grim mob gathered around her.
Why? Why did you do it?
He was a dirty red, lady.
Sneering at our boys just coming back from over there.
An insult on our flag, not taking off his hat.
The young woman's body shook as she whimpered. They couldn't tell if she was laughing or crying.
He wanted to come down to greet his old outfit. So they did the best they could, putting his face back together after the shelter. So, he smiled and looked like he was sneering.
Old outfit? You mean he fought there? In Korea? Why didn't he take his hat off when the flag passed, huh? Why?
He didn't know. Couldn't see it. He was blind.
The end.
Can you imagine? They're your G.I. Joes in action, right in your own home!
These are actual photographs showing how real and lifelike G.I. Joe is to play soldier with.
In your own backyard.
Or in your living room.
In the cellar or attic.
You can build your own battlefield. Set up command squad.
Be a battle commander with the most realistic equipment you've ever seen.
Rifles, machine guns, flamethrowers, every kind of uniform for Army, Navy, Marine, or Air Force.
Get your share of action fun with America's action fighting man, G.I. Joe!
See the wonderful new and expanded line of G.I. Joe equipment at your toy store.
Join the G.I. Joe Club today.
G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe, on the land, on the sea, in the air.